morning, guys. So this morning I wanted to show you how to make a rosemary hair rinse. I got this recipe from Diane Kidman's books Beauty Gone Wild. She has two other ones, Herbs Gone Wild and Hair Gone Wild, and I highly recommend that you check them out because she makes everything very, very simple to understand, and they're awesome. So definitely check those out. But I'm making this for the first time, and so I wanted to show you guys how to make it along with me. I actually only have about 10 seconds left on this, so at least I can show you exactly how to go about doing it. Hold on 1 second. Yay! Happiness! Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, rosemary is a rubefacient, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and basically what that means is it brings blood to the surface. And what that does is that promotes healthy hair growth. Not with chemicals and all that shit that people put on their hair, the natural way. Also, rosemary is an antibacterial and an antimicrobial, so if you have any kind of scalp problems, irritations, dandruff, anything like that, it's excellent for you. And if you have curly hair, not only does it intensify the curls, but it tames them down, makes them less frizzy, and for everybody else, it gives you more shine and less frizz. And if you have dark hair, it will also darken, or brown hair, dark brown, whatever. It will darken your hair naturally over time. So if you're blonde, you can use this same recipe with calendula, also known as marigold. But the rosemary rinse is fantastic because, calendula doesn't exactly have the same properties that rosemary has, so I definitely recommend trying this out. Just if you're blonde, don't use it every single day because you're going to start to not be blonde anymore. It won't be that bad, but just kind of watch it. So you're going to start out, get yourself a nice pan. Anything, probably this size. I have my pan right there with a lid. Bring the water to nearly boiling. Now, and you can use any amount you want. You got to remember, if you have a lot of hair, this is a hair rinse, and you're probably going to rinse your hair a couple times. So you want to make sure that you have enough, at least, quart size, at least, to do that. So what I normally do is I turn the pot on high, and when you see the bubbles at the bottom starting and it's starting to get hot, turn it back to low, keep an eye on it so that it doesn't boil. When you boil your herbs, it ruins some of those volatile oils that you're trying to get to put on your body. You want to keep those oils, which is why if you bring it to a simmer, it releases the oils without destroying them. And also, if you put a lid on the top of the pan, when the herb releases the volatile oils, and sometimes they go up in the steam, it will hit that lid and rain back down so you don't lose as many of those oils. So once you bring it to a nearly boil, get yourself a tea ball or a tea bag, or even if you just want to get yourself a tablespoon and take a nice old hefty chunk of rosemary and stick it in there, you can strain it out later. The tea ball works the best, but you don't have to use that in order to do this. So then you set your timer for an hour. Diane recommends, at the very least, keeping it on there for an hour. You can use a couple hours, you can even do it overnight if you want to, but I personally do not feel comfortable leaving my stove on overnight, so I did mine for an hour, especially since I'm using it this morning. And yeah, so once it's done, like I said, keep an eye on it so that it doesn't boil. If you have to adjust the temperature at all, definitely do so. But once it's done, set it off to the side, let it cool for as long as possible. If you can let it completely cool, it's definitely better for you, but, if you just make sure that you don't put scalding hot water on your scalp, because that's not good for you. I think that's basically it. So I'll show you guys what I have right now. So this is my, ta-da! That is my rosemary rinse. You can see how it's a gorgeous dark brown. And I am so freaking excited. So what you can do is you can get yourself a bowl, pour it in the bowl. Apparently somebody's snow plowing. Get yourself a bowl and pour it in there, and then get yourself something to scoop it with. Now you can just rinse it once if you want. If you just want to take it and pour it over your head, that's fine. But it's better to get a cup and rinse your hair a couple, like hold your head over the bowl, rinse your hair a couple of times, and just continue to use that same rinse. It's not going to hurt to keep rinsing for as long as you want. And then just put the rest down the drain. You don't want to reuse it once you're done with it. You can make it the night before, put it in the fridge. You don't want to keep it for extended periods, overnight or for a day is fine, but after that it starts to lose its oomph, so it's best to make it fresh. Oh, and this is the last step for your hair when you're in the shower. So do whatever it is you got to do with your hair, shampoo or no shampoo or baking soda or whatever it is you use in your hair. This last step is to rinse it. Do not rinse the rosemary rinse out of your hair. Once you have rinsed it with the rosemary rinse, you can squeeze it out, and then dry your hair. You probably want to use an old towel, because as you see the color of it, it could, I don't know, but with it being that color, it could stain your towel. So if you're using it for the first time, beware, use an old towel or a dark towel or, whatever. Yeah, so leave it in and then go about doing your hair as usual. And you can use it every day, you can use it once a week, you can use it whenever you want. It is not going to hurt your hair whatsoever, other than probably darken it. So, yeah, that's basically what I got going on. My herbs, I get all my herbies from the Green-Eyed Owl. I love me the Green-Eyed Owl. So definitely recommend Dee's store. She's amazing. Her herbs are amazing. They smell, oh my god, they smell ridiculous. I've got another order coming, which it includes valerian root, so I might not be too excited to smell that one, but you can literally smell the herbs when they're in your mailbox. So I definitely, highly recommend the Green-Eyed Owl for all of your herbs. It's where I get all of mine. I'll put the link in the description below. I will also put a link to Diane Kidman's books that I found these. And yeah, so that is what's going on. I hope you guys learned a little bit. I hope you try out the rosemary rinse. Get some health back into that hair and stuff. So yeah, now I just gotta wait for that bad boy to cool and go take a shower. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.